Game 1, I went straight for the maze to play it a bit safe. Most of the time, you would want to go for the middle of the building and go through the roof because that's the best way to get the most loot. But me and my teammate wanted to play it safe as he landed a bit off of Round Glacier because he messed up his drop. One tip for Round Glacier landing at it: make sure your glider's deployed the whole way through. Don't drop down that much because it is on a mountain, so you will have to have some high ground. After that, we went straight into a fight. It seems for us that someone was fighting the boss, so we got high ground using a shockwave, and I went straight in. There was a Master Chief there. He was swinging his little blade, or Halo blade. I don't know why I'm calling it a Halo blade, but I tried to snipe him, and absolutely with a horrendous shot, went straight down. Hob tried to clutch, but knowing Hob, he got kind of lit up by the guards, and we sadly died. Game 2, I landed straight back in, went the maze again because the maze is just a very good spot to land. You can see in these drops, I land the maze consistently because it's a good spot to get just general loot, as it's easy to loot up. But sadly, like last game, we died pretty quickly. You can see I knocked his teammate and tried to spray him with a pistol, but sadly got knocked straight away. Luckily, the dude got killed by the boss. That was pretty funny. Game 3, I went straight for the courtyard. Jumped the fence and went straight for some loot. The courtyard sadly does not have many chests. I think it has like 2 to 3 chest spawns. One on the back of the reindeer's butt. So I just grabbed that chest and went straight in. We kept looting for a bit, but sadly, a few minutes later, Hob got knocked. So I had to pop some minis and go straight for him to clutch him up. Drop down. There's some holes at the top that you can just go straight in and drop down. I saw that he got knocked in a little closed spot, so I picked up an SMG and just threw down the bush bombs. That's the main purpose of the bush bomb, so I just dropped it down and started rezzing him. Sadly, the bush bomb got destroyed straight away, but luckily of the new feature, I managed to go back for a res. Sadly, an annoying little kid with a riot shield came in and decided to not kill Hob, so I had to fight back. Since we were in a bush and he had a riot shield, most of my shots hit the riot shield and not him, and I sadly got pretty much just owned by him. After that, game number 4, I went straight for the courtyard. Tips for the courtyard: if you do not see a chest on spawn, just go straight for the floor loot, because there's a lot of floor loot spawns there. You can see I picked up 2 weapons and go look for the other floor loot spawns. After that, if I don't see it, I most of the time go to the maze, because the maze can spawn up to 2 chests, so it's pretty good and it has a lot of floor loot spawns too. Fun fact, if you didn't know, the reindeer has a chest that spawns on his butt, but since they decreased the spawn rate to 40%. After that, we journeyed over and absolutely beamed the boss. Annoyingly, the boss has this thing where he will emote and regenerate all his shield, so we quickly dealt with him and all his henchmen. If you don't notice this season, the henchmen have there's way more henchmen in POI. If a camera sees you or one of them sees you, most of the time they'll swarm you all. And if you shoot at the boss, they will, no matter what, always go for you. After that, we decided to loot up the vault and just get attachments on our weapons, because that's very handy. One tip for the vault: always make sure you break all the gold, because the gold can go a long way at getting you all the attachments you could ever need for any weapon you like. Like, for example, you need an optics on a sniper. After that, we journeyed over to Reckless Railway. I looked around and heard some children, so I gently paid him a visit and tried to murder him and absolutely beamed him with the AR. Annoyingly, my teammate, Hob, ran him over with a car that didn't kill him, but the NPC killed him, so he kind of stole my kill, so I took his life, as normal. After that, we saw that the boss, Everburn, was still alive, so we went over and paid her a nice little visit of death. After that, we decided to go to the sonar tower and leave this railway. You can see I paid the henchmen a kind visit. Unlike a few seasons ago, the henchmen do not have that much health. They are actually surprisingly extremely weak. So you can basically just headshot snipe each of them. But you can see I just sprayed them over there. The sonar towers were the exact same. They're a bit not worth of it because you don't get golden slurps, but you still get a purple AR that's a bit not worth it because I think last season you got like a gold AR. Yeah, you did a gold twin man in chapter 14.4. That was the last thing that had it, and chapter 14.2 you got something better too. So generally I wouldn't recommend going for the sonar towers, but if you pass one, always go to them. After that, we went over to Ruined Wheels and heard some children, so I went over and attempted to fight them. As you can see in the clip, it ended extremely badly because I can't aim a pistol apparently, or my shotgun, and might have got lasered by his teammate too, as you can see there. After that, he absolutely finished me off like a little stuntbat he is. So then my teammate had to come over, Hob, tried to clutch, but sadly, because he didn't have a shotgun and for some reason had close range optics on his sniper, he kind of ended quickly, as you can see here. Game 5, the start of the video got a bit corrupted, so yeah, you won't be able to see that, but you can see I just dropped in and looted up. You can see I heard a kid fighting the boss over there, so I paid him a quick kind visit with my frenzy on his shotgun. You can see him here, little clone trooper, as Anakin did to those children, those little Jedi children, I did to that little stormtrooper and absolutely demolished him. I continued to take out some henchmen. After that, I heard another stin, little Eminem. Guess Eminem couldn't wrap himself out of this battle because he got bopped straight away on the head. After that, I went around and absolutely murdered the boss. You can see he got sprayed to death because his shield was already cracked from the kid before. Then I went down to the vault, just looted it up, got a few guns. After that, I stumbled into a tin on the top of the roof. You can see he's up there. I went for a snipe, hit him 110, very nice. Then you can see he got ready. I shockwaveed over at him for some reason and he shockwaved back. So I decided to chase after him. Luckily, I had my sniper and tried to take some shots, but decided for some reason to pull out my AR. Then I pulled out my sniper, took some more shots, and the long chase began. This chase, I didn't end up knowing, but would take centuries to kill him. If you were wondering about the kid before, I lost him. I'm not chasing that long to find him. But you can see in the clip, I have discovered another kid, a bright bomber. You can see I had him for a nice 110. This happens a lot of the time. I can't hit shots, but I can hit pretty good body shots. You can see I have a look around. He seems to have curved around. So I picked up some shield breaker EMPs. Don't mean to pick those up. But then I finally picked him up. I charged him with my right shield, see him, hit him twice with the shield breaker EMP. Pretty nice. He mantles up. He's about to mantle up. So I shield break him one more time and then try and spray him to death with my pistol, but absolutely miss. So I bop him twice with my shotgun and, well, 3 times and kill him. You see, I've gained another medallion. It's pretty nice. Now you can see we're in endgame top 5 with 6 kills. You can see up ahead there is a car, not that direction, right in front of me. So I just get out my sniper. I don't know why I got my sniper, but it started shooting at him. Hit him once, 110, again. This dude doesn't seem to get out of the car, he just stays in it. I can also hear 2 other kids fighting over around the north area, so I just don't fight him because I need to kill this kid first. So he keeps driving towards me, hit him again, but tries to breaks my bush for some goddamn reason and goes to fire. Hit him 50 because of the car explosion. He decides to grapple blade over to that rock. You can see he's a Dark Voyager, hit him 110, so I decided to do a reasonable thing and go over. By the way, I didn't know at the time, but this dude, you'll see in a few seconds, I absolutely chain whip him. Do a set. Let me just absolutely murder him. I just tap it once in the AR. Had 3 of the medallions. Do you know what this means? I had all 5. I basically my location was revealed, and now it was a top 2. I didn't know at the time, but this fight would go for ages. After that, after looting up for a bit and getting my health back, I have finally spotted the last kid. It was a Raven team leader at the top of the mountain. So he just started sniping at me. I just had to get a bunch of loot and get ready for this long ass fight. After 5 minutes of going back and forth, we finally went in a small zone. I absolutely clipped him here with my AR, 93 damage. Since he had some heals, not many, and this is 0 build, he healed up his overshield, but still didn't have much health. Since we go in, I missed 2 shotgun shots, hit him for 109, turns around, he hits me, don't have much health, but absolutely sprays him and wins our first game. Game 6, I was at the end in a bit of a pickle because the fun of the game got corrupted and got absolutely skilled. I do not want to talk about it, but yeah. And the other game Dame 7, all I have is the end screen 2. Dame 8, I was experiencing a lot of lag, as you can see. You can see there was a kid up there, a Phaedra. She hit me with Shield Breaker MP. I tried to go up. So laggy, so I was just clicking random buttons, but she absolutely demolished me with the pistol. Dame 8, I dropped into our dead chest and got absolutely beamed off spawn by the drift, so that's kind of annoying. Dame 9, I looted up, dropped in, saw Nod Ops, so I brought out my AR and absolutely sprayed her to death. Quick kill barely hit me, because this is her build, didn't do much damage, just hit my overshield a bit. Straight after, I just ran into a kid, sniped him a few times, and second time, just bopped him with a shotgun. I'm not saving you the clip of me killing the boss and looting the vault, because you're going to see this a lot, and I don't want to bore you guys to death. After that, I went over to the train. This is actually the first time I captured this train in this 100 drops. You can see it, I had to wait a small bit for my double weight to recharge. But then I decided to go straight over. The trains this season are very useful because you can use them to basically get around half the POI. By the way, there's these little boxes on the side of the doors. It spawns at the middle section and at the front. You just search them, you get a gun and a little consumable. It's like a mini chest. It's pretty nice. And see in the clip, I just captured the train. After a bit of fight at fencing fields, I sadly got killed by this Dark Voyager, I think that's his name, or Dark Vanguard. Game 10, I looted up and straight away got pushed, so I got pretty low. I had to grapple blade straight up, and I saw a kid grapple blading. So my first instinct was just grapple blade him off, because the grapple blade has a knockback. I managed to just kill him from full damage. I don't know why he didn't grapple blade, must have used up all his uses. But luckily, I didn't die from full damage because I remembered to use my grapple blade. After messing around with my grapple blade a bit at the sonar tower, because I didn't see the NPC for ages. The one annoying thing that I didn't see is you can't see the NPC. I found a kid and absolutely sniped him in the head. He might be an AI, but this makes me feel better. After swinging around for a bit, I heard some children, so I went over. Thought they were on the bridge at first, but I realized they were down there, so I jumped. I thought I would not kill myself, but I did, so that was kind of an idiot play by me. 11, I went straight down, I landed at the reindeer, and went straight for the chest in his butt. Luckily, the chest was a legendary chest, and got a nice purple striker AR after that. After that, from looting up, I got into a fight, did not notice the kid up there, but he absolutely sprayed me, and absolutely bopped me to death. Game 12, I got into a fight pretty early on into the game. I ended up picking up some Shield Breaker EMPs, ended up hitting that Clone Trooper once with the Shield Breaker EMPs, then hitting him twice. Actually, I ended up missing it. Then I shot with my shotgun, he hit me with one bullet, but sadly failed, and I ended up eliminating him. After looting up the vault, I went over to Atlas Valley, ended up stumbling straight into a kid, started taking some shots at me, and then straight 2 shots with that shotgun, but I luckily bopped her straight in the head with my shotgun. 157 damage, must have only had like 107 shield, no overshield. After that, I went over and started to fight Everburn. I ended up lining up my shot and sniping her twice in the head. Then I just finished it off. Must have already been damaged from that Rhino Laser. Well, I now have another medallion. It's pretty handy, but 2 doesn't do much. After looting up the vault for a bit, I ended up styling it into a high wire. I ended up cluster tuning her twice since the cluster tuners are absolutely broken. But then the child decided to run. A child can only run so far before I murder her with my shotgun. After that, I ended up going over to some kids. This is way later into the game if you can't see. You can see this little child had a riot shooter, and I ended up a sniper, ended up sniping that kid a bit with that little Zadie over there. Then I threw some cluster cleaners at her, ended up hitting her a lot. She was fairly low, so I just ended up spraying her with my AR. Then I went over and saw she had the Lavish Layer medallion, so it was pretty nice addition to my collection. Then another kid came up. This must have been the kid they were fighting before. I tried to spray, missed most of my shots, and sadly died. After looting up in game 13, I ended up leaving pretty early on and grabbing my method and stuff, so I didn't have much trouble. After that, I stumbled into a kid and absolutely sniped him. Probably it was a bot, but we don't care. Seconds after that kill, I stumbled across 2 more children fighting up ahead. I originally thought they were up there, but turns out they were right below me. So I sniped 1 and sniped 2. Pretty easy kills, probably more bots, but we don't care again. After fighting for a bit longer, I ended up jumping in this kid's car. Ended up being a Travis Scott, so me and Travis Scott just ended up chilling in this car for a bit. I seriously convinced the dude didn't notice me until I popped my head out and broke the windshield. But since this was a Whiplash, or a Rocket League car, I didn't know that you can't really hit anyone there. I ended up clustering in the car, thought I would hit him, ended up hitting myself for 30 damage, so that was a pretty stupid play by me. But luckily, since this is zero build, I was just overshield. Then the dude went up to this big rock, so I got my sniper out, couldn't see him, so I just ended up grappling over. Dude got hided out on the rock, so I threw some cluster cleaners, absolutely missed them by a mile, so I retreated back. Dude ended up dealing like a 98 damage to me. I ended up sawing the dude's peat out a bit, so I hit him with a cluster cleaner. Boom shakalaka. Sadly only did 30 damage. Then the dude waited, so I went over with my grapple blade, ended up hitting him for 70 damage. Dude barely made it off, but had more shockwaves. How many shockwaves does this man have? I think he had like a main stack. Then I heard another child come over. Turned out to be a green arrow, so I went over to the green arrow. Did not see me from behind, so I just started shooting at him. But annoyingly, the dude and him started spraying me and absolutely bopped me to death. After fighting a bit in game 14, I ended up trying to go for a medkit that was above me, so I ended up I mantled once, tried to mantle over there, but ended up slipping off and survived with only 4 HP. Then I noticed Vengeance Jonesy skin, so I grabbed up. Dude ended up going in a little corner, so I decided to pay him a visit with some cluster cleaners. Hasta la vista. Then dude started running, so I sprayed him down with my assault rifle, and since I love this assault rifle, he absolutely got bopped. Guess he didn't get his vengeance this time. Maybe next time, John. After looting up the vault and heading over to Reckless Railway, I love going there straight after because there's another medallion. I ended up noticing a lynx on the building. Dude ended up noticing me, because I saw the sniper pointing straight to me, but ended up going away. So I decided to pay a quick visit. Luckily, I had a bunch of tactical experience. Sadly, I did not have a grapple blade. As I learnt later in the fight, a grapple blade would absolutely be lovely. You do not know how many times in these games I wish I had a grapple blade. They are so useful, especially in zero build, because he can just run. It's not the best I'm able to right now. You can see I go straight up to him. You can see he's in this little corner. So I end up waiting for him to hurdle up. I end up doing my little hop effect and bounce around, keep tapping him with my shotgun. End up getting the dude so low, had all his overshield broken, so dude decided to run. I tried to shoot him, but absolutely missed all my shots. Then another dude came up and absolutely sprayed me to death. Oh fuck. Game 15, I looted up, and after a bit, stumbled into a kid that was fairly low, so I just sprayed him to death with my auto-frenzy shotgun. After that, and killing the boss for the 500th time, I went down and decided just to loot up the vault. You may be wondering, why am I showing the vault clip this time? You can guess. I got killed here. I didn't notice at the time. There was a kid right behind me. He was camping him in. I tried to escape, but got absolutely beamed. Game 16, after looting up and killing the boss and looting up the vault, I ended up finding a fish on the roof. You can see I slowly waited for him to peek out. Tried to shoot at him with my sniper, but ended up losing him. I ended up thinking maybe the dude dropped down there. Could not see him, probably because the ledge was blocking me, so I just had a look at the guards. Tried to snipe one on the head, but absolutely missed. Thought he might have been in here, because that's a common strat to join here, but turns out he wasn't. So I decided to keep looking for him, because eventually one of us would have to die. Little did I know that, well, both of us would die. This was a bit foreshadowing on my part, but we don't talk about that. After looking around a bit, I heard him up ahead, but I heard some gunshots, so I dropped down, but accidentally took a bit of fall damage. I don't know why I charged through that door, but I just did. It's weird feeling I sometimes do the right side. So there's kids, so there's guards, so I just laced him with my pistol. Saw another one, so I tried to shoot him. Heard the fish was coming because I saw him through the window walking up. So I took some shots, missed all of them, threw some cluster cleaners. He came up, decided to try and fight me. I shot back and we killed each other. After that, in game 17, I was right above a Megalodon and absolutely bopped him to the head. Had no idea it was there. Then I saw another kid. He was shooting at the boss, so I waited my time. Double checked he wasn't there again, was planning to snipe him, but dude ended up started running, so I double checked, found him, he was behind that corner, got shot by the boss, got shot straight behind the kid, so I hit him 105, kid started panicking. You can see the dude pulled out his shotgun. Dude started running. I heard him pop his med, so I knew he was in the corner. So I absolutely Mortal Kombat chain whipped him to death. After looting up the vault later in the game, you see I accidentally missed my sniper and hit the side. Missed another shot. Went over to try and Mortal Kombat chain whip him. Hit him 10. Him a ton. I decided to go back and decided to throw some cluster cannons at him. I wish I threw a second one because I wouldn't have killed him. Went over, tried to kill him, slide kicked me and absolutely bopped me to death. Game 18, I got some shockwaves after looting up and ran straight into a kid, absolutely sprayed him to death, and 1, 2, 3, bopped him with a shotgun and absolutely destroyed. Later on, I stumbled into a Raven team leader. She was chasing me for a bit. I'm not disappointed of that, because I want her to chase me. Come on, mummy, come to my house. You know you want to. We don't talk about that. As you can see, I ran away from her because she tried to murder me for like the past 5 minutes. I'm not showing you 5 minutes of gameplay of me being chased by a double caked up Raven team leader. So I decided to glide over to fencing fields because I need to kill someone else, because I'm not killing Raven team leader because she's been very annoying. You can see I see Fat 4, aka I think he's Homeless Jonesy or whatever you call him. So he starts shooting at me. I miss all my shots. So I try and throw some cluster cleaners to even up the fight. End up missing all my shots. I don't know how I miss with a cluster cleaner, but I do. I find ways to miss with any weapon. You see, I hit him with my with my pistol. You can see he absolutely starts spraying at me. I pull out my right shield. You can see I use my right shield to block his bullets and then regenerate my health with medallion. You see, I hit him 149 with my shotgun, and I hit him again and kill him. Luckily, he had 2 medallions, so those were pretty nice. And a really nice shotgun, so that was pretty cool. I thought to myself, what should I take, the big pots or shockwaves? The easy answer is not the SMG, the shockwaves. Then I saw a medkit quickly and realised I could use the extra 48 health. Then I saw a sniper glint. Oh, this sniper glint would end up killing me in a few seconds later. You can see I go in the bush, pull out my sniper. This was a dumb decision because your sniper glint can show in a bush. Game 19, after killing the boss and leaving with 0 kills, I ended up stumbling into a Black Knight. He must have been trying to kill me before, and I must have not noticed him. See, I tagged him 110, pulled out the right shield. Right shield are really useful this season in close quarter, long quarter, because they can block sniper bullets. You can see his aim of the sniper was pretty bad, but I managed to tag me a lot of his AR. So I pull out my right shield, hit him 18, throw some cluster cleaners. I love my cluster cleaners so much. Wish I had more in the next few fights. That might be a bit foreshadowing. You can see I laser him with my pistol and crack a shield. He goes over. He jumps on the zipline and jumps straight off. I accidentally hit some bullets on that tree. Dumb shot aimed by me, but I ended up bopping him and killing him. After that, I went over to Rattlers Railway's vault. You can see I've noticed a kid in there. I think that was a bright bomber. He was. You can see he threw some firefighters at him. So I did my first natural thing and broke the floor so the fire can't spread. Maybe don't do that in real life, but it works in Fortnite. You can see he was home out there with a right shield. Luckily, I had a medallion too. Both of us had a medallion, so shield damage wouldn't do much. It would have to go straight for health. I wish I had cluster clears at this time. It would be so useful. You can see I break his cover. I start trying to laser him with my AR. You can see his right shield falls. I deal like 167 damage. I know I've cracked into his health. You can see man charges at me, does a lot of damage, and absolutely kills me. After looting around a bit in game 20, yes, this is the last game, I noticed this elite agent. I think that's how you say his name. No, not elite agent. I forget the student's name. You can see he peeked out a bit, so I tried to hit him, ended up hitting the ammo box, but absolutely sprayed him. So I decided to go over. You can see he actually hit some pretty good shotgun shots on me, but I managed to kill him with only 5 health left to spare. After killing the boss, I ended up stumbling over to the vault. I ended up hearing this kid, so I throw down a porta fort. He tried to shoot me, but I managed to bop him a few times with my shotgun and absolutely eliminated him. I hate vault campers, but that's one of the ways I counter them. Porta forts. After fighting in Rattlers Railway for like 5 minutes with an invincible stint, I decided to rotate out with my nice cart I got from the battle pass. If you can't tell, there's some cool battle pass stints. In my opinion, they're pretty nice. I ended up hearing the invincible stint, so I saw he was in this little area from the visual sound effects and brought out some cluster cleaners. You can see he started shooting at me, but I ended up blowing him up. Guess what? Invincible isn't that invincible. I don't care that pun's cringy. It's a good pun. He ended up having a medallion, so that was pretty nice. After that, I decided to rotate out of this railway to zone. You see this kid started sniping at me and absolutely bopped me on the head. That was pretty annoying. I've probably been sniped so many times. This is the final message just to close off the video. Thank you guys for watching. If you watched the entire thing, thank you so much. And if you want to see other content like this, go to my channel. There'll be some new videos, hopefully. If you're watching this video in like the first month of it, or 2 weeks of being out, I don't know how long the next video will take. There won't be on, but more will be coming. And if you like the content, check out and subscribe.